breakdown with Birkenau for my YouTube channel, or the breakdown with WB for my live stream and other alternative solo video channels such as BitChute and Odyssey. I do have a few announcements that we're going to get to, but I'm going to save those to the end of this video because this solo video is more targeted at my YouTube channel in particular. As you can see here from what's in front of you, I have recently gotten a channel warning. It is not a channel strike. YouTube kind of qualifies a channel warning as one before a strike. So if I do get another warning or just a strike itself, I will have my first channel strike on YouTube, and that will be my first strike on my YouTube channel so far, and I wouldn't be able to live stream or make any solo videos or anything like that for an entire week on my YouTube channel. So you might be thinking, well, what did I get in trouble for to have a warning for my YouTube channel? And this is a very interesting concept and a question that I have been thinking about for the video that got this warning from it. And I have tweeted at YouTube, and to YouTube's credit, I have actually been tweeted back. Those who follow any sort of, major content creator channels, or news channels, or commentary channels, know that it's very hard to reach out to YouTube and get any sort of response. And you ultimately need a ton of followers and a huge following on Twitter, or a huge following on your channel, or both, in order to really get a reply from YouTube themselves. But to YouTube's credit, and we are going to be looking at that shortly, they did respond to a few of my questions that I had, but I still don't exactly know what necessarily I did wrong. So I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. So before I just keep blabbering on, I'll get into those details. So I was making a live stream on my Twitch, YouTube, Trovo, all the channels that I do my live streams on. And it was about scams. And I was talking about tech scams in particular. Anybody that knows the YouTube channels are Twitch channels such as Kitboga, Scammer Payback, Jim Browning, Rocks, or Carl Rocks is I think his name, any of those sort of people, they make content about these tech scammers and give their information about them, how to stop them, what it looks like. And in the case of Kitboga, who is a Twitch and YouTuber, he makes, his goal is to get these people talking for as long as possible to him and not anyone else. So he kind of makes sure nobody else gets scammed while having some fun, while also educating his viewers on those live calls. And his YouTube more serves as highlights of his Twitch versions of his streams. And he has become huge on YouTube and on Twitch, with thousands and thousands of people watching his Twitch content live. So scam baiting and talking about scams is a huge thing and a huge topic, and that's why, like I mentioned before, Jim Browning, who does a little bit different stuff, also gets a ton of views and subscribers on his information about scam baiting. And it's something I have been extremely passionate about, so I decided that I was going to do it myself. So it brings me to what my channel, as you can see in front of you, got the warning for. And my channel got the warning and my appeal got rejected because it violated scams. Let's just read here. Your content, Let's Discuss Tech Support Scams, was removed due to the violation of our community guidelines. Blah, 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 and this was because it was about scams ultimately, and we're going to get into that. It doesn't really tell you here until you click on the link, but we're going to jump first to my Twitter thread I had. So basically, I was a little bit annoyed because I made this stream talking about tech scams. I wasn't promoting a tech scam. I was just simply giving information about it. And I was playing, for the parts that I wasn't listening to a video, I was playing copyright-free music that I found on YouTube and made sure it was copyright-free. So it wasn't background music. I wasn't playing Linkin Park. I wasn't playing any sort of music that was going to get DMCA'd or copyright striked for YouTube's sake. Because once again, I am live streaming over multiple platforms. So let's just dive into what I said on Twitter here. So basically I was like, today on stream about tech support scams, YouTube gave me my worst warning on my channel ever. I didn't do anything wrong, I didn't promote a scam, but rather the opposite. All I did was talk about what tech support scams are, the stats, and a few video examples. Then Team YouTube, to its credit, as I said, jumped in and said, jumping in to help. You can appeal the warning if you think your video didn't violate our community guidelines. This guide should help you on what to do, and a link to a couple of links there. I sent back a reply to their tweet saying, I've sent an appeal to the warning on my channel and it got rejected. That being said, I'm still confused as to why my channel got a warning. It was a live stream with copyright-free background music talking about tech scams and educating people. This was not a promotion of a scam. So I kind of reiterated what I already said, because YouTube basically said, well, you can appeal this here, and you can appeal it, and I did appeal it, and I wrote about 2 or 3 paragraphs explaining the situation for my appeal. And as many people have pointed out that I've listened to who have gotten strikes on their channel, they don't necessarily think that this appeal process goes to a human. And I don't necessarily think it does either, because my appeal only took a couple of hours before coming back and saying it was rejected. Now you might be saying, well, if it's a bot, it should be immediate. But I don't necessarily think that that would be the case necessarily either. But it's very weird to me to think that somebody with human eyes looked at the content of what I made and said that it was a strike to those links that they suggested earlier, and we are going to be looking at one of those links. But let's continue on with our Twitter thread here. They say, thank you for your patience. After a careful review of your video, our team confirmed that the decision stands. The content was found in violation of our policies. And then I tweeted back to them there saying, could you tell me exactly where the violation is? I want to make sure I understand it and don't do it again. As of now, I am unsure what I did wrong. And I'm still waiting for the reply back on there. And I'm hoping that they at least give me an example in my video to where I didn't do proper YouTube guidelines, where I violated their terms. Let's put it this way. Because I still find it very hard to believe in a video that I made where I did anything going against YouTube's guidelines. And we're going to be looking at some of those guidelines here. Spam, deceptive practices, and scam policies. So this is the first link that they sent me when talking about a few examples and types and things like that. So I had somebody on my Discord say that maybe it was due to a comment. And I'm just going to respond to that. And I did respond to them in the Discord because I actually did think about that at first. Because you, as a YouTuber, you're responsible for your comment section and what people have to say. And that's one of your major responsibilities. And some could argue that it shouldn't be, but that's not so much the focus of today's video. And in the past, I've done live streams because I've switched my YouTube channel a lot from solo videos to doing a lot more live streams because I kind of find them more fun and I like making long form content, and live streams are in a large part long form content. So as I switched to that, I would get comments after the live stream was finished in the comment section that were pretty much bots of click to pay or click this link for singles in your area, you know, stuff like that. And I would make sure to delete those comments after I finish. But for the past couple of videos, I have gotten basically spam comments. But I looked on the version of the video that just got released before it got taken down by YouTube, and there was no such comments in my video, and there were no comments during my live stream on YouTube for the video either. So nobody was commenting live that could suggest spam or anything like that either. Now, for the live stream abuse process, I wasn't using a third-party stream for background music. I was using YouTube directly for the background music and not a third-party not a third-party app or third-party anything that would suggest me violating any sort of live stream abuse. So they have such things as video spams, and I'm going to put these links in the channel description as well for you to look through, and maybe you could tell me where I violated the guidelines, but I still don't really see it, especially when you play the video itself. And I'm not going to play the video here because really I don't think we really need to play the video, and it's just going to make this video longer than it necessarily needs to be. But you could definitely play this video. Like I said, I am going to link it in the channel description, but they basically gave a few examples in this video, and one of their examples was having a thumbnail of, say, celebrities for your video, and when you actually have your video, there are no mention of celebrities or any of the celebrities in the picture. There was also examples of having a thumbnail, but when you go to the site, it shows a link, and you have to press the link in order to view that video. And it also mentions certain malware type of things where you would promote a scam through a website, maybe, where you're promoting this website and that website is a scam. So those were kind of some of the video some of the topics that were mentioned in the video, and my video did not mention any of those things, and it was a live stream, so there wasn't even a thumbnail for the video, because I always have to upload my thumbnails after the video finishes for my YouTube channel, because it is a live stream. Similar to Twitch, you can't just upload a thumbnail that is all the way through your video. It is just whatever you're doing in that moment when someone wants to view your content for the particulars of Twitch. So that brings me to my Twitch channel. Now, obviously, Twitch and YouTube are different, and they're different for good reasons. But they also have their own guidelines, their own restrictions, DMCA, copyright, all this sort of stuff you have to be mindful for as a Twitch streamer and as a YouTube. But as of right now, my Twitch stream of this same video is on my channel, and you can watch it now, and there are no interruptions in the Twitch stream. Some Twitch creators or live streamers, whatever you want to call them, will play their video and play music like Linkin Park or any other band out there, and their video doesn't necessarily get taken down, but those parts are muted because they had a copyright in, or DMCA, or whatever you want to call it, in their video. But that was not the case for this video in particular. As you can see here, there are no interruptions in the recording from this bar where you would see black or yellow if there were to be any sort of muted parts of your video. And then we go here to our video producer, and I have 0 copyrights on my channel or anything guidelining saying that this video is wrong and is taken down or even muted, as I mentioned before. So if you do want to watch this video, I definitely recommend you checking out my Twitch version of this live stream. And I am going to try to get it to upload for my Odyssey and BitChute, but I need to figure out how to download Twitch VODs. Because I usually download for my YouTube channel, and unfortunately I can't because this video is removed. So one thing that's kind of left me confused slightly to why my YouTube version of this video is removed. And the biggest thing there is in my Twitch version, and unfortunately I don't think I can play the clip because that may have been the actual violation part for my YouTube channel, and this video is ultimately my response to YouTube on my YouTube channel. But it was a part where I was playing highlighted clips of scam calls. The scammer said their response to his question or said part of their script, and then the person kind of egging on the scammer said his response, and it went on and on and on. But it was actual versions of a script, and it was a really good website, and I actually really enjoyed it, and I thought it was my strongest part of that video, and we spent a good probably 40 minutes just on that site reading what he had to say and listening to actual recordings from scam callers. And I think that might have been the violation for my YouTube channel, because it could be seen as a promotion of the scam, since it was mentioning several sites that are probably associated with scams, because they are a scam and scammers are using those sites. So that's the only thing I can ultimately think of why it would necessarily get removed, but I'm still not entirely sure why that would be so. Why that would be the case. So I'm waiting for YouTube to hopefully give me the exact part of my stream that violated their guidelines, because I still don't exactly know what part that is. And as I mentioned, you can watch all of this live stream from start to finish, 2 hours and 21 minutes and 5 seconds of it, without any interruptions on Twitch. And I'm probably going to view it again to see if any part I think violated YouTube, because I'm actually very confused to why a topic like talking about tech support scams got copyright striked. So it brings me to a couple of bigger YouTubers, such as Some Ordinary Gamers, and in this video that I'm also going to link in the channel description, he was having problems of YouTube because he was talking about a certain type of tech scam out there, and his video got copyright striked because he was mentioning a certain website that was linked to a scam to educate people not to use that website, and he ended up getting his copyright removed because it was a big following. And in this video he talks a lot about the issue YouTube has with copyright strikes and with content creators, and that you have to be a really big content creator to be heard on YouTube, and if you're small you're kind of screwed. And to some extent I do think that is the case, but once again, to YouTube's credit, they have responded to my tweets asking about it, but I'm still waiting for hopefully being able to figure out the exact part in that video where I did something wrong. But you can also watch this video in its full length if you want to learn in particular why he was talking about and got his channel copyright strike, but he was able to get it removed. But it leads me to me thinking that any video on YouTube that is talking about a tech support scam is getting targeted for copyright strikes, because YouTube is starting to crack down on scams on their site, especially with the coin industry or alternative change industry, if you get my drift. Any video that is talking about those is getting taken down at a very high rate, because there was major scams on YouTube of content creators promoting certain websites that are scams are turned out to be scams. So that's kind of my theory, that I think YouTube is cracking very hard down on any video talking about tech support scams. Thank you so much if you stayed till 17 minutes into this video, and this is going to be my announcement section, and I apologize that this video was as long as it is, but I wanted to make sure that I said everything that I wanted to say, but still make it as short as possible. But I'm just going to quickly mention that I do have an Odyssey channel, and I am going to upload this version of the video to Odyssey as well, and I also have a BitChute channel, The Breakdown with Birkenhoff, and my Odyssey channel is The Breakdown with WB. So you can check out my BitChute or Odyssey, where I tried to upload all of my videos from live streams and solo videos. And I am going to be making more solo videos here in the future. I have several ideas, and I've actually started on 2 videos and in the editing stage of those videos now. So thank you very much for staying, for watching this video, and I hope that maybe you and I can figure out exactly what I necessarily did wrong. But as of right now, I am still a little bit confused, but luckily we still have our BitChute and Odyssey as backups just in case. But once again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.